some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah, hope I get away with it. Oh, the doo-dah day. Good evening, and welcome to Stupid O'Clock. I'm your stupid host, John Scarborough. With me tonight is stupid Joe Dog McKeel and stupid Dan Hollyville.
Yeah.
You know, I just had a thought.
Right.
I was watching the intro.
Yeah.
And there's that one picture of the stupid clock, the one with the wavy arms. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to buy a cheap alarm clock and 3D print
Those hands.
some stupid arms for it.
Yeah.
And make it a backwards clock so everybody gets screwed up.
Oh.
I've actually got a backwards clock on my wall, and with my dyslexia, it makes more sense than all the other clocks in the house.
I was going through a Dollar Tree one time, and they had just generic wall clocks, hang on your wall. Had them real cheap, like $5 a piece or something like that. They just weren't much of anything. And I actually thought about buying like 5 or 6 of them just so I could have that in the background in my house with like London, Berlin, Moscow, Beijing, Tokyo, in the background.
What I did once was I put the backwards clock in the middle of a mirror over my original bar, put a regular clock on the other side so it would look like the mirror was reflecting the clock, but they'd be going in opposite directions. So that messed with a bunch of people, including my wife. She finally took it down and then took the mirror down and put photographs all up there. It was fun watching her dance around on the bar top, putting pictures of.
Okay, Joe wanted to talk about a new toy.
Yeah, I got something for my welder.
Oh.
A welding table.
Okay. Not a bad price.
No, not at all.
Especially not from Harbor Freight.
How
tell
big
me
Yeah, now you can see better. Yeah.
Tell me about your welder. What kind of power does it use?
120.
Just plug it in a regular outlet?
Yeah. Need at least a 20 amp breaker. And it just plug it in.
Think I could do that easily enough, but probably not where I want to. Because the only breakers in the fuse box I've got is 15, 30, and Woma for really high draw stuff, like the water heater and
Yeah.
and a 220 air conditioner. I think we've got one outlet for that.
But this thing is sort of nice. It's got an adjustable.
Oh, it tilts too. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, it did tilt until Joe started welding on it, welded it in one position.
Trust me, I've known people that have had these things, and the tilt come loose. It's pretty solid now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the size of it right there.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Now, before the show started, I was telling Joe I'm getting a new shed. It's a 10 by 16. It's got a loft on each end. We can store a lot of stuff that's taking up room inside the house in those lofts because there's stuff that we don't use that often. And I'll be able to once we are finished with the restoration of the kitchen and living room floors and move the furniture back in the house, I'll be able to put my tools and power tools in there. But I was thinking strongly about putting solar panels all across the southern side of the roof so that
You get some.
When you put a shed up like that, get you some bug spray and spray the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Wasp spray, ant spray, roach spray, rat poison.
Mothball, just loaded up underneath with mothballs.
I wish I had a box of sulfur I could throw under it to keep the snakes away.
You should be able to find it in the garden section.
Well, the trouble is, I won't be able to get under it once it's set up because it's going to be one cinder block and one cap block high. But I will have to build a ramp to get the zero turn mower in there and the other mowers that still work. Hello, Donna. Hello, Ace.
And hello, Michaela.
Yeah.
Hello, Dan. No, that's you. Never mind. All right.
I'm not important.
We know.
I keep telling everybody I'm not important. I'm just the guy in the dress at the con. And boy, won't people get interested in that comment.
That didn't. Okay. I'm going like, what?
I got a kilt.
Oh, okay. I thought you was about to break some news on us, Dan.
Nope. I have heeded the message of the women folk that follow us, and I bought a utility kilt.
Ah.
I don't know if I'm going to wear it to LibertyCon or at LibertyCon, not to, because I'm not driving that thing. It'd be a little bit too windy. But there's a lot of people there that wear kilts, and they might think I'm trying to steal their thunder. And they have a much bigger public presence than I do. So
all you got to do is challenge them to a kilt lift.
I believe I'll be able to do that as a no-hander, John. Everything hurts, and I hate my life. Although everything seems to be going right at the moment.
Yeah.
It just hurts too damn much.
Somebody told me the other day I needed to act my age. I said, this ain't acting. This is how it goes.
I don't know how to act my age. I've never been this old before. Uh,
Yeah, those people don't know what they're talking about.
yes, Donna, I know that. I know that. And there's another guy that wears a kilt while he's on a unicycle playing bagpipes that shoot fire into the air.
Wearing a Darth Vader helmet.
Oh, well, that's a new wrinkle that I hadn't seen yet. Um,
No, he's playing the Star Wars theme.
oh, okay. Keeping it themed. Um, and Lindsay got her a kilt. It was delivered today. She's not satisfied with the workmanship, but the cloth is beautiful. She's going to have to rehem it because they didn't finish tying off the hem thread, and it's
Of
starting
course
to come
not.
out.
Of course.
Hey, it cost her over $100. It should have been quality. I told her I told her that when they asked for a review, tell them exactly what you thought when you pulled it out of the package and saw stray threads hanging off of it. And
Now, what she needs to do is say, beautiful material, pleats just right, but, and then let them have it.
yep, not enough attention to detail on the finishing touches. But we've had a score in. Oh, yes, Dawn is here. Bring her in.
We got trouble. Let's behave.
But no.
Why would you start behaving just because I'm here? I'm usually the one that's misbehaving.
No, we're all the ones that are misbehaving. You just make us look good.
No. I'm behaving. She's misbehaving. I'm Mr. Behaving.
Never mind.
There are 1,000 different comments that leapt to my mind right then that I will self-edit.
All by myself.
Well, look at my subtitle. That's me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Lindsay was going to go to church tomorrow because there was not a wedding reception, but a hen and stag do at the church, but not the traditional ones with somebody inside the cake. She's got a present for them. She said, look, my shoulder hurts too much. I'm not going to go sit through 2 hours of Sunday school and church and then another 2 or 3 hours of somebody else's party, even though I really like them. You're just going to have to take me to the church, let me drop off the presents, and then I'll come home and think about what to cook for lunch. Okay. That'll work. And then I've got to start putting mail order stuff together. She ordered an arbor for the new sprouts of the muscadine vine that got cut down when the Widowmaker pine tree was cut down. So we're going to set that up as close to that as possible and try and make a grape arbor as well as the peach tree growing back there. And that's also right where I'm going to put my shed. So we'll see exactly how they set it up. I should be getting an extensible ladder here sometime this week. Don't know exactly when. They said, oh, This is going to take 2 people to lift. I'm going, it's an aluminum ladder. It better not.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you
Bye.
for stopping by, Michaela. Hey, Spawny's putting on his hard hat right now.
Hey, Donna. Sorry. Oh,
Did you finish the puzzle yet, dear?
no.
Okay.
I did not. Well, I was working on the tangible puzzle today.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
I was just hoping I didn't miss it. I was watching Doctor Who this evening and forgot that it was Saturday night and Thesis had a show. So I'm halfway through watching Thesis on his show, and I feel so bad that I wasn't there for the live. Emails. Yeah, there was something else kind of like that.
I'm not going to work on it because I only want to work on it when I'm with doing the puzzle time, because there's a few people that
Hey, Dawn.
what?
Look.
I'm in the middle of something. Mm-hmm.
I noticed lots of spools of stuff that looked like 3D printer.
No. On your screen, in that direction.
The only thing on my screen in that direction is blank white space.
Should say private chat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
Okay. I just wondered if Dawn got it.
I was about to reply, but
Yeah,
I figured
better not.
I shouldn't. I figured I shouldn't dignify it with a reply. So. Oh, you got even more done.
Yeah. So it should be
Now-
one more session, and it should be done. I'm not going to. At least it's really hard not to work on it right now, so I'm going to close it here pretty quick. But that's how far I got on it.
Hold on a
Mhm.
minute, Dawn. Hold on. I'm looking for something real quick. Don't close it.
You won't be able to see my signature unless you can zoom in real close, Joe Dog.
Oh, that's not what I'm looking for.
You're not going to see that either because she's sitting down.
And I already had ice cream today.
Dawn, third one on the top row.
No.
Third one on the top row. Down under the tail feather.
I don't think so.
Over.
I don't think so. The color gradient is too.
No, down. No, you went too far. Went too far. Right there. Over. No, right where it should go. Oh, well, never mind.
You'll have to
Darn damn
tune in
thing.
for puzzle time when I decide to do it.
Besides, she gets enough grief from Carl telling her where pieces of the puzzle are supposed to go. She did ask me for a hint the other day. She goes, "Oh, it's all white." And I go, "Yes, it's a gradient from the middle out. You put the darker ones on the edge and the lighter ones towards the center." And somewhere, Nick Tucker is twitching and he doesn't know why. No, actually, I'm surprised. There are a lot of people that didn't know that my oil paintings could look that detailed.
I know the feathers were really detailed.
Oh God, yes. I don't remember if I used a magnifying glass and a 000 brush to be able to do that, or if I just leaned in real close with very young eyes. But somewhere on there is my signature and at least the year, if not the month that I painted it in.
I did not see it unless it's really, really super teeny tiny.
It is very super teeny tiny,
Okay.
and it's along Jimmy's sleeve, I do believe.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look again. I closed the window already, so. I'll have to
But
look.
don't worry. I'm not asking for admiration. I'm just going.
Now there was a artist here in town, John. You'll probably remember him. That used to do some beautiful artwork. And as you're sitting there staring at it, looking at it, it just grows out of the picture. There's another image hidden in the picture. Like he did one that was of the Twin Towers and the Pentagon. But as you looked at it, the more you looked at it and started looking at the detail that he put in to the building and the Pentagon, this eagle started forming behind it. And then once you see the eagle, you can't unsee it.
Hello, Zach.
Welcome back, bud.
Hey,
Thank you.
hey
Good to
kiddo,
see
how you
everyone.
doing?
One more time, Don.
Hey,
Oh,
kiddo.
somebody else is here too.
We got the
Chris.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Zach.
Okay, I'm gonna squeeb, but it might be for Zach tonight. Just saying. Eee! Sorry, Chris.
Oh,
Zach,
Chris?
Zach needs all the comfort and good things he
So
can.
are you back in Florida? Or are you up in Canada?
I'm in Canada, and we're figuring I will be moving back. So my lease is till the end of August. So we're not sure when I'm going to fly down, but at some point I'm going to fly down and drive back. So I'll be probably down for 3 or 4 days to pack, and then it's like a 6-7 day drive back.
so you're giving up the Florida pad?
For now.
Well,
Maybe in
let's
a
see.
year or two we'll reevaluate, but I need to be home at this point. There's
Yeah,
a lot of news
I
going
agree. I agree.
Well,
Family needs you.
a 3 or 4 day drive back would take you pretty much straight up 75 to 24 over through Nashville. You better stop in Chattanooga.
We're planning. One of my teammates that's going to be driving for me that did the drive last August. We're planning at least a day stop in Huntsville. So there will
Even
Well, which way are you
better.
coming up from there then?
be whatever way we can get through St. Louis as fast as possible.
You might want to avoid St. Louis for the near
Yep.
future. They got hit with a tornado yesterday.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, the damage is not inconsequential.
No.
Well,
Yeah, there's a few different ways we can go.
you
but-
could go up into Illinois and cut over to I-80 and go that route.
Have
You
you
could
ever?
come up 74 and come through my neck of the woods.
Have you ever been in
Ooh.
Florida through
And by
summer?
the way, St. Louis is only 3 hours from me.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'd rather go
still,
to St. Louis. I'm halfway between Chicago and St. Louis. I'd much rather go to St. Louis.
you're still in range of.
I was going to say it's the worst of two options, the best of two worst options.
Oh, that's still a whole lot better than driving through Atlanta.
Have you ever spent a summer in Florida, Zach?
I was there the end of last week of August last year.
Okay, but you didn't live there. I mean, you were
Trying to think, have I been there?
during summer. Yeah.
I was there
You're gonna
all
make
of
Zach
May.
use his brain tonight.
Yeah, I was there all
Hey.
of May and June of 2022. So I've done May and June. I have been there like the first and second day of July, and then the very end of August. So I've missed like the two worst months, but I've been there for the fun months of those thunderstorms and the hurricanes.
Or if
Not
you could finagle your way and come up through Indianapolis and then kind of get in that area, I bet you could meet a bunch of people there in that area.
Oh yeah, you
Because
and
Carl
Aunt Donna, Uncle Carl.
Joey and Trey would probably head down or
Y-
where in that
Uh-huh.
area.
Rick,
Nick,
Amanda,
Richie, and fam, and
through
I'd
where?
probably make the trip over there.
possibly.
Indy, come through
Yeah.
Indianapolis. But to come through Indianapolis, you'd have to come up through Nashville, so you'd have to come through Chattanooga. And that would be a good, Chattanooga would be a good overnight. And then Indy would be another good break.
Yes.
Zach, you
Oh my
would,
God.
in all seriousness, you would love the Tennessee Aquarium. It's one of the best aquariums in the world.
Mhm.
I love aquariums.
Yep.
Notice how carefully I'm not trying to get Zach to drive to my house.
Well, you're too damn far out of the way.
Exactly. That's how I like it. But I wouldn't mind if somehow or another Zach got lost and wound up in Athens, Georgia. I would love to see him.
But don't you love it, Zach, how we're all like, how can we make this work so we all get to see Zach on the trip home?
I'm trying to think. I was close to Athens. No, I wasn't. Never mind. I was close. I was Atlanta.
Yeah, that's 90 miles to the west.
Yeah, Atlanta, southwest of where he is.
Oh no,
Very.
we didn't do Atlanta. Never mind. We went down the 26th to Columbia. And then
Okay.
that's what it was. Because we went from Nashville across up to Maryland, and then we wanted to skip the coast area because it was a long weekend. So we cut back down into Nashville, and then we turned south.
Believe me, I avoid Atlanta as much as possible nowadays. I'm too old to be shooting at people on 285 because they can't drive.
And now they shoot back.
Well,
Not if I shoot first.
you could avoid 285. You could just take 85.
Well, you got to get to my house, but 85 to 75 goes right through the middle of Atlanta. What I do is I get off on 20 and go all the way around to, what is it, Clarksville?
Oh, I need to call a timeout real quick. Chris,
Yeah.
we need to get all the tents out of storage and 2 of our solid tables, not the folding halves.
Okay.
They got to be delivered. What day is Jay showing up?
Thursday.
All right, we got to do that on Thursday.
Okay. Lindsay and I will be there on the Thursday.
No, we're talking this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about convention weekend, like same people.
Convention.
Yeah. And Dawn's not going to be there.
No. I mean, come on. I was
Well,
at that
Zach
point where I was
ain't
like, if I
either.
get on a plane and my heart explodes, at least I tried. No.
And who else can't?
I said Zach ain't gonna be there.
Yeah. Well, he's I give Zach a pass.
He's got more important matters to attend to.
I'm giving Zach a pass. But Dawn could drive. She don't have to worry about her heart exploding driving.
I can't drive that far.
Her back would not
Bring
allow it.
Ted.
Get a Tesla. Then it drives for you.
Yeah, plus I have a family matter to deal with mid-June, so that's the other part of it. It's a good family matter.
Yeah, Donna.
But yeah, I just needed to get that out to Chris. I've been meaning to send you a message all week.
Well, you've had other pressing concerns.
Yeah.
And I've tried not to bother you, but I told you to let me know what's going on.
Mm.
Oh,
Not
Well,
like some of my family, Chris.
And Joe Dog, not to be an absolute pain, but I do need to invoice for the tables before I have to wait for the next Social Security check.
well, all right. I mean, I'll try to get it out to you this week, Dan, but sort of been busy.
I know you've got advertising and public appearances to do, and it's really hard to stand in front of the used car lot and wave your arms around like you're an inflatable man. But
So you've met my mother.
Zach! Hopefully you're
I
not talking about
I
Taco
don't
Mom.
think so. Otherwise, you'd probably have a brother.
No wonder your grandfather was smitten.
Zach, you're not talking about this mother, right? The Taco Mom, right?
I have met the Taco Mom. I would say I was smitten, but then again, I think I should say I was.
Why are you
Smited.
rubbing Chris's ear?
I was gonna say, why are you tickling Chris?
Oh, on mine, this is on.
No, yeah, on mine, that's Chris.
Yeah, she's on that side.
Well, that ruins
side.
all my
Yeah.
looking around. Then never mind. Ignore me. I had my Hollywood squares.
Yeah, I
moment.
forgot
I
it.
thought I
It's
was bottom
reversed.
center, and clearly I'm not.
Yeah, I've got my camera reversed, so it's always the right direction for
She's
me.
that way.
So I know which side of my hair needs to be cut behind my
Yeah.
ears,
Taco Mom.
but it always comes out recorded
You
the
just
other way
waved at
around.
me and call me Taco Mom.
Mm,
What was that?
Taco
Chris?
Bell, Mom.
No, I didn't go there tonight. I haven't been there, to be honest.
Well, Dawn was pulling a Chris the other night and had us on the phone while she was driving home.
Oh, last night during the green room when we were leaving Texas Roadhouse.
Well,
Where was my invitation?
It was girls' night, Zach.
yeah.
So
Hate to break it to you, Zach, but you're not a girl.
At least, not that we know of. But yeah,
Will.
well, someone would need to inform me because I've been checking boxes wrong my whole life. And then if it's the other way,
but I was yelling at traffic as I was in the green room.
I can't.
Uncle Carl thought she was hollering at him.
I can't.
He actually looked embarrassed. When did I do that?
I can't get Discord on my phone to handshake anymore. So
Guys, I finally found a T-shirt I'm not gonna get.
You're going to have to embiggen that a little bit.
yeah,
Hold on a second.
stood in line to eat at Bees on.
I stood in line to eat at Bees on the 75th anniversary.
Yeah.
Did you?
And apparently not, since he's not going to get the T-shirt.
That's Tuesday. The police set up a line thing on Sunday evening,
Oh,
Monday morning. Bees is already telling people if you're not in line by noon, you ain't eating.
wow. Yeah, that's another reason why you need to stop in Chattanooga on the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got to take Zach to Bees one night.
I still need my Waffle House taco popped. It seems by the group.
The what?
I don't know. That came out with many extra words.
A taco?
He still needs to go to a Waffle House. He hasn't experienced a Waffle House yet.
No, I've been to a Waffle House, but one was after a hurricane and the other was at 2 a.m.
Oh, that's the best time to go.
Yeah, that's safe.
Yeah, really. The flash crowd has already left by then. You get your food quicker.
What time did my plane come in for Helicon last year? Like 11:30 p.m. or something like that.
You got to ask your driver down there. And he left.
And we stopped at Ringgold at the Waffle House and ate at like 12:30 in the morning. I was exhausted. I'd been on the plane.
Mm.
So I think I got a little bit of it.
I'm trying to figure out what have I got on my
Yeah,
hand?
that's our new Waffle House there in Ringgold. The old one got wiped out by a tornado.
Welcome back, Chris. Thought we scared you away.
Yeah, it was robot bad. Really bad.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it.
Yeah, it popped up. She asked, "What time did my plane come in, Chris?" And you went, "Poop!" It's like,
Timing was impeccable.
Oh God, it was robot and bad. I mean, everybody was, and I'm like, it's got to be on my end because my screen was stable, but all of y'all were going in and out.
Story of my life.
In and out and in and out.
Hey. No theme songs.
Ow.
Especially not the ones by people we could get sued by.
So what
I
was the
didn't sing it
question
long
I
enough.
missed out on? Perfect timing.
Dawn says, "What time did my plane come in?" And you just poof, like, I don't know shit.
Because we
I've
were talking
slept
about
since then.
late nights at Waffle House, and that's the latest I had ever been there was after the
It's
plane
doing
because
it.
I was hungry.
Hey, best time to show up at Waffle House is 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's when all the drunks trying to sober up go in.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's funny. You
Or-
just sit
or
there. You just sit there and watch the door, and when people come through, the waitress walks over, pours a cup of coffee, and slides it across the.
There was one time when Lindsay's oldest girl was living here, and we were not doing the shows at the time, and it was the middle of the night, and she was awake, but her boyfriend was asleep, and I walked in the living room and I go, I'm getting really hungry. Would you like to make a Waffle House run? I'm sorry I can't drive. And she goes, yes, sir, and jumped up, and we went off to the Waffle House at 3 a.m. That was the best scrambled eggs and hash browns I'd ever had.
That was when I lived in Minnesota. That was the thing. After bar closed, we all went to It was we usually tried to get to Happy Chef. That's generally where we would go, but Perkins if we had to.
Oh, love a Perkins.
Ours just closed here.
So sad.
It was not a very good Perkins.
Hey, Perkins ain't long for this world.
I know. I just want another Perkins Cobb salad.
And from what I'm hearing, IHOP and Denny's.
Yeah. Michelle
Denny's
used to
doesn't
waitress at Denny's, and she got a job in commerce because her manager at the Denny's in Socorro gave her such a glowing recommendation. They're going, we'd be stupid not to hire you. Come on. What hours do you want? We missed that Denny's. It's closed down. It's now a Japanese steakhouse of some variety.
Well, we got to see something near Knoxville.
What happened?
Sorry, hockey.
Oh,
And there's Zacky's true colors, hockey.
and they didn't let you join the fight?
Is it like
Um,
there's a hockey match on the computer or the
It's-
TV, or
it's
it's like a
aimed-
couple kids in the backyard beating each other to death with hockey sticks? Okay.
No, my neighborhood's boring. It used to 25 years ago. Yes, that was our driveway was the seating area for the neighborhood hockey. No, it's game 6, Winnipeg versus Dallas, and Dallas has 3 games in the series. Winnipeg has 2. So if Winnipeg wins tonight, they force game 7 at Winnipeg. If Dallas wins tonight, they win the series and come to fight Edmonton next week for the Western Conference Championship.
Yeah, it's bittersweet.
And tomorrow, Toronto versus Florida. Toronto won yesterday's game to force a game 7. So we're hoping Toronto wins tomorrow and Winnipeg wins tonight and then wins Monday night, because then 3 of the 4 teams left would be Canadian teams.
Winnipeg
Okay.
is the second team that Atlanta lost to Canada.
Ours was disgusting. The one here in Peoria was so them closing's not a bad thing.
There
Lost
used
the
to be
Flames to Calgary and the Thrashers to Winnipeg, who revived the Jets.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I got some bad news.
Oh, God, what now?
Donna's not in the ICU anymore.
She's home, right?
Yeah.
Good thing.
Don't do that to Zachy right now, Joe Dog. That was not funny.
No, it's even worse. She's home.
I was going to say, what? She's in acute care? Damn, you have to
No.
see her more? Like,
thoughts
No,
and
I knew
prayers.
he was going to say she was.
Thoughts
Out.
and prayers for Donna. Nothing's wrong with her. She just had to put up with Joe.
amen.
You know, so we all agreed with that.
he's in the JCU.
That's why she's so ill.
No, they dismissed her from the ICU.
You mean
Ooh,
discharge?
No, wait a minute.
Discharge.
Dismissed sounds like something really bad in the
Way
eye.
to go.
they called the cops and had them haul her out to
Okay,
to
no.
the house.
Was it like, okay, you're fine, you don't need to be here, have a nice day, or was it get the hell out? Okay.
Yeah.
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 When she
John
was
just nailed it.
Oh,
So is she having another surgery? Because didn't you say it was 2?
She's going to have to go back in. And the doctor promised me that it won't be 6 weeks before they remove the stent.
mm-hmm.
You're gonna be at that doctor's office every day going, you taking that thing out today, right?
Well, we got to get her through her course of antibiotics because the stent got infected.
Well, yeah, they left it in too damn long. My second wife, she had one of those it wasn't an IUD, it was a sponge.
Yeah.
The doctors didn't take it out for 20 freaking years.
Good God.
I know.
Sounds like a word of healthcare.
They pulled the catheter out of her earlier today. And
I bet she had some choice words to say about that.
no,
Oh, they knocked her out first so they didn't have to listen?
no. She told them, yeah, when they pulled my husband's catheter out, they pulled it out like they were trying to start a lawnmower.
I'm sorry.
And that she wasn't telling them a lie either.
You reacted like you were starting a lawnmower.
Pull the crank.
Wow.
I'll put
That's
it
all
to
right.
you.
Donna still didn't let him touch touch her for about 6 weeks after that.
It I'll never forget it. That's
Oh,
the anesthesia had wore off.
I had they removed my catheter after the motorcycle wreck. Then a nurse came in and stuck one of those cameras on a hose back in and was pumping it up and down. And I'm going, honey, it ain't going to do no good. As long as you're causing that much pain, you ain't getting nothing out of me.
Well, I just had a camera up there, 2 weeks ago, looking at my bladder. Yay, no cancer.
Well, yeah, yay.
But
I didn't really ask to have a penis scope installed, though.
well, it wasn't my idea of a swell time.
I mean, the nurse was really cute, and I'm going, usually if a pretty girl was doing that, I would probably get excited, but right now, I'm just in pain. Please take that thing back out.
I really don't want to know what home camera kits you have, Dan.
I don't have a penis scope, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh,
Well, last time they had a
I don't know
cystoscopy,
that I want one.
No.
Last time they had I had a cystoscopy, they had to knock me out because they didn't have the teeny cameras yet.
Mm.
Huh?
Was that hockey face?
Yeah.
Okay. So this time when I actually didn't have to knock me out because they have the little teeny cameras now, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool! I can see myself on the screen beforehand. The doctor's like, oh man, she's lost it.
They're like, she's already drugged up. We don't need to give her more.
I want to see the look on Zach's face. I'm sure the other 4 people in the room know what a sounder is.
At least Dan does.
A what?
I played the 5th, and I wish I had another one, too.
A sounder.
Is this something I want to Google or no?
Yeah.
Don't. There may be pictures.
I'm good.
This would be akin to. Oh no, I can't say that on this show. It's being recorded. Let's just say there's a phrase used by some people I know in England that they have been demonetized by YouTube several times over just using this phrase. So,
And there's now competitions for that, Dan.
I think somebody won the Euro Song Contest today. So
Yeah, a piece of trash.
Tell us how you really feel,
Unacceptable. Austria should not have won. Garbage song.
No.
I wouldn't know. I was watching the Interstellar Song Contest today.
Yeah. Zach, let's just say the goal is to
I'm Googling it.
stand at attention, and the last person who stands at attention and it stays in wins.
No.
No, you'd have to meet that nurse that I met.
No. I think I shared my story.
I really don't know why she had her blouse button down that low. Then again, I wasn't that old at the time.
She may have needed some ventilation, Dan.
Well, I certainly did.
Stephanie Osborne told me to say hi to everybody.
Okay, good.
Jeff,
Yeah,
Hey,
she's been
Stephanie.
going through some stuff here lately that's
Yeah.
it's
I invited her on the show since Zach was here.
I'll need to steal her help once I have been to Florida, retrieve something, and am either on the way back up or have gone home.
Huntsville is a good place to look her up because she's not that far away.
No,
Need
I
help
mean, she's
identifying where
course.
something belonged.
she's going to be at a certain event in late October.
If you moved it to like the end of August, it'd be easier.
It'd also be unbearably hot.
Yeah.
I know. Why do you think I'm not looking forward to packing?
Well, I would see about getting another month and a half extension on it.
Yeah, I could go month to month, but then it's also like another like $6,000.
You're paying $6,000 a month for that place?
2,200 US, 6 Canadian.
I bought an
You can rent a
acre of
store
land
here.
and a brick house for less than $50,000,
I know.
You could
and
rent
the
a store.
payments were only $400 a month.
3-bed, 3-bath with a private patio, corner lot. It's 2,200 a month.
Corner lot, yeah, that costs you extra.
Corner lot. It's 4 houses together. So there's 4, and then there's 4 houses on the other side. So it's like, it's not an 8-plex, but it's an 8-plex.
It's a townhome.
Yeah, but bigger. And it's a bungalow. No, it's nice. I hope to get it back one day. I'd love to actually have it and own it, but it's not the right time right now. So.
I do hope Lindsay gets her new dentures on Tuesday, because I am absolutely aching to be able to cook for her, but she can't eat anything because she can't wear her dentures. They gave her some temporaries, but until the surgery heals up completely, she's not going to be able to enjoy a steak or anything else I know how to cook. Unless we run it through a blender.
I'm here. Now that the show can begin, I'm here now.
Oh, there's somebody on one of the reaction shows that I watch over from England, and he pops in and goes, "Okay, I'm here. Show can start now." Trouble is, sometimes he shows up 3 days early for the pre-recorded show.
Yeah, I was excited when I got to see a Shoney's that was still in operation.
Oh wow, there's still one working?
Yeah, it's too bad we weren't there early enough to get to the breakfast bar, because that was the best.
Where is
Alcoa.
this, or where, Alcoa?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, I've been there before. I don't remember exactly where it is, but I know I've been through there before.
It's not far from the airport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Daddy must have took a hell of a detour, because he was working in Oak Ridge back then, and him and Mom like to just throw us all in the car, strap us down in the back seat, and take road trips. And I think we wound up in Alcoa.
Yeah. Don't quote me, but I think there's still one in operation in Lebanon, Tennessee as well.
Ooh, okay.
There's one in Crossville, one in Harriman, one in Lenoir City, one in Maryville.
Lenoir City, okay. I know exactly where that is.
A couple in Gatlinburg, one in Alcoa.
Good night, Donna.
Powell.
Good night, Donna.
Chapman Highway, Sevierville, Dandridge. Let me see. Where's that one? Maggie Valley. Apparently, it's still in operation too.
Well, uh,
And then
as
one in the
as as old as it is, Maggie Valley is still a very active kind of resort.
it got hit by the hurricane, though. I don't know what was still operational and what wasn't.
That is true too. Ghost Town in the Sky is an actual ghost town now, which is right there at Maggie Valley. But
So apparently, East Tennessee is a stronghold for Shoney's.
well, good.
Yeah, I would have hoped that the one right off of Georgia Highway 92 would have stayed in business since one of the Steiner brothers liked Shoney's and opened it, but apparently World Trade
Well,
event 5 years ago was the final nail in its coffin.
that's like Kenny Rogers Roasters. That was a very short-lived thing, although it was high quality at the time.
There are still some out there.
You
Uh,
would have liked that Shoney's, Dan, because
I like any Shoney's.
they served beer there, Dan. That
I
was
I
that
like
was
any place that serves beer. Yeah.
yeah that was one of the Steiner's
As long as
campaigns.
I'm not the one driving, yeah, I don't care. Um,
That was his one thing. He said, "I want to be able to serve beer," and they got the okay for it and all the permits and approvals and.
we the family took Mom to Cracker Barrel for Mother's Day,
Mm-hmm.
and it took us 2.5 hours to get seated and order and get our food. And I'm going, well, if I'd known it was taking this long, I could have drunk 2 beers and still been sober when I drove home.
Mm-hmm.
Mama just looked at me and goes, Blue Nun, uh, wears off quicker. I'm going, Mama, you're not supposed to be drinking this stuff. Uh, and then I remembered Mama's old enough to where she remembers when the first bottle had a cork in it. So
I don't know why, but for some reason the song "Mama Tried" popped into my head.
it's appropriate. It's appropriate. Oh, and Lindsay was quoting David Allan Coe uh, last week at church. Another somebody asked why her arm was in a sling, and she goes, "Well, I was drunk the day my mama got out of prison," and then she remembered my mother was sitting behind her in the pew. And she goes, "Oh no, not really, not really. The hallway is dark, and the dog has a bad habit of laying in the middle of it. And I tripped over the dog and fell down and broke my arm or my collarbone. She got one more week. I don't know what I'm going to do because she's healing very slowly because she refuses to keep the sling on and keep still. She's always overdoing it. She's always straining it. This woman cannot be controlled. She is a force of nature. And it's my responsibility to tell her what not to do."
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Damn, Skippy. Seriously.
Yeah.
I can't even tell her what time of day it is. She argues with me about that because evidently England and the U.S. puts the dates and times in the wrong order.
Yeah.
I use the computer timestamp. Year, month, day, hour.
Yeah.
That ain't the way they do it. Evidently, I'm wrong.
Well, I was fortunate enough when we went up to FrankenCon on Saturday the 10th to see Dee Wallace.
Mhm.
And
Oh, that's still cold. Good God.
I made her day.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Another brain cell donor.
Is that the polydactyl?
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, trying to get him to look up here to where he can put his paws up so you can see the thumb.
No. It's a cat, Joe Dog. Give it up now.
Sugar's like,
You'll-
wait, is that my new
You'll
boyfriend?
you'll save money on Band-Aids.
Oh,
good.
There
I
you go.
You're a cute cat.
and my memories
Big
today.
kitty cat?
Today was the first
Big
day that
kitty cat?
Georgette and Buddy met each other. Oh,
See his thumb?
Yep.
is he settling in now?
Say what?
Is he settling in now?
Oh yeah, he.
A good
Oh,
looking cat.
such a gentle little squeak. I bet he's a holy terror.
There's a butt in your face.
Yeah, here's a butt in your face while I put my claws in your crotch.
Oh, oh.
He is rotten.
Well,
Most of them are.
He's a ginger. What do you expect?
right now, our orange cat is wandering around the yard going, where did I put that brain cell? I had it here a minute ago.
No,
He's growing pretty good, Joe.
Yeah.
no.
Well, if you look,
What in the world are you doing, girl?
you remember when I first got him, his side was shaved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You
That-
can't
that-
tell it now.
You can still tell it's a little,
Thinner.
yeah, it's a little thinner.
No.
It's filling in nicely, though.
Yep.
I think something just happened again with hockey because Zach just.
Zach zinned out. You know, I'm used to that.
Ah, you son of a bitch!
I'm used to that too. You should hear Lindsay during a
Job, kitty cat.
soccer game over in England. Oh,
Did
I'm
Joe
surprised.
say he just
I'm
wanted to
surprised
say-
Lindsay's cussing hadn't made a referee fall to their death right on the pitch.
What are you drinking, Zach?
Lemonade.
It's a white wine. It's very gentle stuff. Don't worry. He's not driving.
I've
It's
never
Grey
seen
Goose.
Zach with alcohol before.
It's
He earned it.
Moscato, isn't it? Or is that a different bottle?
I don't know. It's Moscato. Jacob's Creek
Why
2020
do you do that?
Mm.
from Australia.
Because when you try and hold them when they don't want to, they
No. He was nuzzling and kissing and licking. It's all of a sudden bit down on the end of my damn finger.
That's
Oh,
what they
he
do.
bit you. I thought he scratched you.
Oh, he's just claiming his territory.
That was a love bite.
On Furball Friends, they did a thing today that, it's a trap when they show their tummy. I'm like, no, you can pet Georgette's tummy and you can scratch Georgette's tummy, but as soon as you pat, you get the teeth.
Yeah.
She's all for it until you just do a little pat, then she's like, okay.
Oh, and to answer your question, Don, yes, something just happened. Winnipeg just lost and are out of the playoffs.
Okay, so the son of a
Oh,
bitch that
I'm
Joe
sorry.
said was actually what was going through your mind.
I
Yes,
had a feeling
Okay.
that's what happened.
it went to overtime, and Dallas had a power play, and I think literally the last second of the power play, or they scored.
So at the moment, Quebec is arming nuclear weapons aimed at Dallas.
Winnipeg's Manitoba.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's still Canada. They may be communists, but they might still have a little bit of pride left.
It's a prairie province.
No, we're friendly. We'll just soak your city in maple syrup soon.
Okay.
That has happened before. No, well, it was molasses, not maple syrup, but yeah, there was a place, the factory that made
Boston.
molasses.
Boston.
Boston, yes, indeed. And one day, their enormous molasses vault container split and flooded the town with this slow-moving, extraordinarily sticky
And
stuff.
killed 11 people.
Yeah,
21
well,
Killed
they should have
21.
dived back in with a spoon.
Killed
20
21, injured 150.
There's a series of novels where maple syrup actually saves the planet.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I think I can remember at least two where either Coney Island hot dogs or I don't know if it was Mississippi or if it was Alabama hamburgers. The aliens got some and they go, "We ain't destroying this place." No.
He's just looking up.
Oh.
There's such a sense of wonder and curiosity in those eyes.
Yeah, he's wondering where all the weird people are that he can't see,
Oh,
but he can hear their voices coming out of the speaker.
No, he can see y'all.
Yeah, Joe's got monitors.
Yeah, his favorite YouTube channel is videos for cats.
Unacceptable.
Have you watched the Twitch channel for Furball Farms yet?
I may be followed.
What was that, Zach?
It might be on the list of followed channels.
It is one of those things that there's no sound with it, but it's so nice when you're just like, I just want to just, and then you watch all the kitty cats running back and forth, and it's fun.
Red, we're gonna have to sell your feet pic on the internet.
It's called onlyfurs.com.
No, it's called Only Paws.
Oh, that's the other one.
Which one are you on,
Huh?
Zach? Which one are you on, Zach?
YouTube.
No, the exact question is, which one is Skunk on?
True.
I do have to admit that of all the shows that Lindsay has put on for Kimber to watch while we're not at the house, she prefers Paw Patrol.
Who doesn't love some Paw Patrol?
Hey, I got grandchildren that absolutely love it. I got a dog that absolutely loves it.
How about Bluey?
No. No.
Have you
What,
heard
Bluey?
the stories? There's parents that have been watching Bluey with their kids. The kid falls to sleep and they realize they've been watching for 2 hours.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's like me and YouTube. Anytime I want a nap, I'll watch. Oh God, now I can't remember his name. It's Object Avoidance kicking in.
Fat Electrician.
Oh no, I love Fat Electrician. It's Simon Whistler because he's got 10 million different channels.
I'll tell you one that's good to watch is his name's Mark Galecki. It's called Bus Motors Production. He runs a sawmill. And the sound of that sawmill, that rhythmic sound of the sawmill.
Oh, anytime I am having trouble getting to sleep, I'll put on one of Simon Whistler's shows, and within 5 minutes of the show starting, I am solid gone. Like I was starring in the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry, totally unrelated. Has anyone else seen the video that's coming out of New York?
which video? What New York?
The Mexican
Mex-
training ship that hit the bridge,
Yeah, the Mexican Navy just hit the Brooklyn Bridge.
Manhattan Bridge.
Is it
With
Manhattan?
what?
No,
It was the Manhattan Bridge, and it was a 3-masted sailing ship that belonged to the Mexican Naval Academy, and it was on tour in the area, and it was coming into Manhattan, and the engine failed.
Yeah, it pulled the same thing that the other one did 2 years ago and took out the whole bridge.
Yeah,
Just this one was a sailing ship. It was the Brooklyn Bridge.
it said Manhattan Bridge earlier.
Yeah, they've now confirmed. I saw that earlier. Not Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, okay.
So
But
how
it-
bad did the ship get damaged?
Well, it doesn't have
badly.
masts
Yeah, it all the masts were toppled, and apparently what happened was they were backing up,
Mm-hmm.
and the gear stuck.
Yeah.
And it just kept going, backed right into the bridge. And there was a tugboat racing alongside of it, trying to catch up and stop it, and didn't catch up in time.
Yeah, there's
A night of
Brooklyn
failure.
Bridge is
Mexican
pretty solid.
Navy, India rockets. Things come in threes. Who's going to fail next? Did you catch that, Joe Dog?
I'm not answering that because I know too many things that I don't want to fail in the
Damn,
world.
is ULA launching again tonight?
No. But India broke its streak. 21 successful and now a failure.
What did they fail? Or
PSLV, Polar Space Launch Vehicle, failed today. The
I'll be
third
back.
stage had a failure in flight.
as long as
I
we don't
forgot-
have another container ship turned sideways in the Suez Canal, we should be good.
Or in Baltimore. Was it Baltimore? Yeah. Have they started building that bridge yet? The new one?
They're still tearing the old one down.
Yeah.
That bridge won't go back in till I think 2028.
Okay. Because they said they're making it higher.
That's what
They
those
need
bags
to.
were.
Do
it wasn't
what?
the height that was. It wasn't the height that was the problem. The ship hit the upright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think they're making
apparently-
it more of an arch so that it doesn't have to have as many supports as it did.
Yeah.
I think they're going to use the same supports. They're just going to upgrade them. Like if you hit it with a ship, it will tear your ship
It'll work
apart.
this time.
And the bridge will be like, "Hey, stay off my pedestal."
I've been trying to figure out where these big bangs have been coming from, and I finally figured it out. It's that they're in the process of dismantling one of the bridges here in town. It's the dynamite or the explosives.
Yeah.
Like, what in the heck?
Well,
What-
I'm
the
listening to the J Fest fireworks show.
And we're not
Right.
watching it?
Do what?
We should be watching the fireworks show.
Hell, it takes too damn long to set the camera. If I'd have known, I would have set the camera up.
Fair enough.
How long is it going to take them to finish the Walnut Bridge?
18 months. There's already businesses on the North Shore closing.
Wow. Well, all you've got's what, Veterans Bridge, El Jati, and Market Street Bridge, the only ones that are going across now?
Yeah, well, it's the pedestrian traffic.
I know it's pedestrian traffic because Walnut Street
Yeah.
bridge is only pedestrian.
Yeah. I mean, it was only built in 1889.
Yeah, but
Now, here's the thing. My great grandmother, she passed away in 91.
wow.
Claimed to be 93,
Mm-hmm.
but was telling me stories of when the Walnut Street Bridge opened and her daddy walking her across it.
Wow. Has it always been pedestrian only?
No, it
No.
used. No, do the quick math. She claimed to be 93
Mm-hmm.
in 91.
Yep.
It was built in 1889.
Yeah.
She tells me stories of her grandfather, or my great grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
walking her across the bridge when it first opened.
Okay, so it opened in 89.
Yeah.
So she was at least 100.
She was about 105, 106.
Yeah, hell, she should have been celebrating that. She could have called George Burns a kid.
Just about.
Yeah.
You know, George Burns was so old he called the Oldsmobile nice kids.
Yeah.
Well,
I wanted him to live to be 120.
sorry he didn't fulfill that,
No, he
but
didn't, but you know.
he
Betty
tried.
White, Betty White tried to make 100. So did George.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Watch
Hey,
for the
Donna.
sign.
Hey, Donna.
How did you get out of the manacles?
I kissed her. I said, I'm leaving. Bye.
She's probably a little more forceful than that.
Of course.
I get the feeling that they just said, Joe Dog, you got papers. She's yours. Get her the fuck out of here.
Right. Somebody's trying to break in.
That's J Fest. That's their fireworks.
Yeah.
That's grand finale. I don't know. Can y'all hear that?
Mm-mm.
No.
Everybody else can.
They're rattling the walls over here.
I wouldn't know it from the local people out with their machine guns, actually.
Where is that? Coolidge Park?
River Park, just right across the river from me.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh, pop. That felt good.
yeah. Actually, the Naval Reserve Center
Mhm.
is closer to my house than where J Fest is,
Hmm.
Oh.
and we could. I didn't hear him, but my neighbor next door, him and his father-in-law were out in the yard when all that went down, and they went in the house and got their pistols because it sounded like it was at the bottom of the hill.
Wow.
Sounds
Damn.
like they need to move to my neck of the woods where if you hear something like that, you know it's somebody in the neighborhood out shooting something.
Well, Dan, we're talking about the Naval Reserve Center in Chattanooga in July, about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Some of my neighbors have bigger guns than the Navy.
No, that was where the kid busted through and shot up 5 soldiers.
The
Or
recruiting
five.
center.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Stupid kid.
Well, actually, there was a scene in NCIS.
Mm-hmm.
I was really expecting something to come from it, but Gibbs's phone rang. It's the very end, and they said it was July.
Mm-hmm.
Gibbs answers the phone and says, yeah. Where? How many? Damn. And it ended. So we actually got a mention on we got to mention that and not get a mention, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We got a hint. Yeah.
They wanted to acknowledge it, but they didn't want to give glory to the
To
perpetrator.
the guy.
Yeah. That's a lot of thing a bunch of true crime YouTube channels do that I dislike is they actually publicize the idiot that did the bad thing.
Yeah.
And there's some
Oh.
people that are so mentally unstable that they don't care whether it's right or wrong. They just care that they get their names mentioned and their
Yeah,
15
and
seconds of fame.
if you show other idiots that their names are not going to get mentioned, then maybe they'll be a little bit more reluctant to do this shit.
Yes.
An,
Yeah.
an,
Giving them
update
the
on,
spotlight and
an update on that ship that hit the Brooklyn Bridge. There was 277 on it. 19 are injured. 4 are seriously injured.
Damn.
Yeah, there were people in the
Any
rigging.
any death? I mean, any deaths?
Not yet.
Not that they know of.
Good.
There were actually trainee sailors in the rigging
In the rigging as it got knocked over by backing
as
into
the
the
rigging
bridge.
came over. They showed one guy hanging on a safety harness from the broken rigging. It was kind of. So it's a good
Somebody
thing
paid
he was wearing the
attention in
safety
OSHA
harness.
classes. Mm.
Dang, is it already that time?
It is already that time.
It's getting that close. Yeah.
Let me find it. Damn, there it is.
I was tempted a third time. Dawn knows us well enough to keep the sock close at hand on Saturdays and Thursdays.
right.
Uh,
I haven't figured out what I'm going to do for Halicon this year. I've actually already started thinking about what I'm going to wear. Isn't that bad?
Well,
Birthday suits do not count.
Fuck, nobody wants to see that.
well, Dan is wearing
What?
maybe we could turn this into like Kilt Fest or something.
what did your dog say?
Birthday suits are not acceptable.
Yeah, neither is 3 CCLs in a strip of gauze. Sorry to disappoint, Chris.
Depends on how thick the gauze is.
If it's good gauze, it ain't that damn thick.
Well, just because it, they could spend less on inferior gauze and it be less see-through, shall we say?
Never go for inferior anything. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest.
Yeah, well,
Because you never know. You never know. And you want to leave a good impression, so
Yeah.
you don't have any clues that 2-minute warning, get your shit together. You just got to go through every day of your life and go, well, could be the last one, could be the first one of many more. Let's just make the most of it. Which calls for tacos, burritos, quesadillas,
And then me doing this.
Come here. I farted.
in an elevator.
I highly recommend that people bring their own air freshener,
And gas mask.
air sanitizers.
And never get on an elevator with Joe Dog or after Joe Dog.
Well,
And
I'll take the
strong-
fucking stairs.
and strong rope and tape in case somebody gives Joe something to increase his methane production.
Oh, the local convenience store is selling pickled quail eggs. And I'm going,
I was just
don't
thinking about that last night.
show me that. Don't show me that. No, I don't want to see that.
I want some gas station burritos.
No, you want some gas station sushi.
I want some volunteers to hold Joe down while we put some gas X down his throat.
I'll help with that.
I'll bring my church camp training.
I don't have an air compressor strong enough to do that.
Well, guys, we got about 1 minute. Anybody got anything to say?
Look for us all over. We've all got our own individual websites, but most of us show up on ndcd.org.
And I do puzzle streams because I get bored during the day. What was the
Zach has plenty of stuff about space launches and more on the launch pad.
Is that what you were hearing about?
Puzzle streams, yes.
Oh, you've been watching? Have you been watching those?
Yes. But normally after.
That's okay. Just like, or
Mm-hmm.
I put one on and fell asleep last night.
www.helicon.com.
I don't know if I should be offended or go, okay, that's what I put one on and fell asleep last night.
In the state I'm in, that's a compliment.
Okay. It was relaxing.
I don't know whether to go start my own show or just finish watching Thesis's show from earlier tonight.
Well, I am probably not going to make it to LMS because I am going to be going to bed.
See, I don't think anybody's going to make it, but it doesn't matter. I can vamp for half an hour.
We gotta
run
go.
A couple of ads.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.